there guys, this is me, Molorian, and this is going to be a Paintisode. So during these Paintisodes, it's nothing really fancy. You really just go grab something hobby related because I'm going to be painting. You might as well paint while you watch. These things are usually about an hour, and after that I have some stuff painted, you have some stuff painted, and hopefully I've entertained you enough to stick on, really. So in front of me I have some things I could be painting for today. I mean, I have my Steelhead Rifleman, but I think what we're going to paint today is actually Buccaneer number 14. That's right. We're going up to 14 now, and this is my one where I kind of reposed him, so he's like kicking, and it's like, okay, sure, why not? Again, with the arms, there's only so much you can do, right? Like, you can kind of like bend the elbows a little bit and reposition a bit, but you know, and this thing is really just like a leg is going forward as opposed to being on the ground. So I mean, it's nothing ingenious or anything like that. Really, all I've done so far is primed it, put on the first main color of green there. I guess I've already done the eyes and the wood on the staff too. Like, this one has been sitting there for a while waiting to be finished, so really shouldn't be too bad to finish off. But one of the things I want to kind of be doing while I'm passing the time here is going over some of these leaked cards. So I guess as a kind of a preface to this, just want to say that first of all, these are leaked cards, so these weren't like Privateer Press putting them out. These are ones where apparently it was like off of the printers, and then the people doing the printing might have released it. Maybe that's where it happened. So first of all, it didn't come from Privateer Press, so that means whatever I say now, take with a grain of salt. However, I really think these are all the final printed ones, because otherwise, if these weren't legit, Privateer Press would say, guys, it's not legit, because they don't want people going on crazy and theorizing over stuff and maybe freaking out and complaining about something that's not even real. And so since Privateer Press hasn't said anything, it's probably right, but I can't tell you 100% it's right. Secondly, for those of you who are like, I hate spoilers and it's wrong that these things were leaked, sorry, but you know, whether you're for it or against it, I'll be reviewing these ones here today. And I thought I'd go through some of these Cygnar ones. So the first one here is Ace, and I haven't looked down. It's a lot of cars. Like, pretty much everything's out there now. At first, almost everything but Cygnar is out, and now Cygnar is out there too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I better get painting while I'm doing this. Otherwise, I know it's just going to happen is I'm going to get to the end of this and realize I haven't painted anything. So I'm going to try and paint while I go ahead and do this. But anyway, looking at his card here, he's going to 12 points now, which is cheaper than he was before. Because again, assume that everything is basically doubled. He wasn't 7 points, so it should be 14, but he's only 12, so that's all right. Has Pathfinder, Advanced Deploy, Rat 7, hooray. Rune Shotgun is a POW 12, also has a POW 12 axe. And what cool little rules he has. He has a bond with Kane. And yeah, as long as you have Kane, that lets him use the rune shots. This is the same as before. Shadow Fire, Thunderbolt, and Trick Shot. So those all look exactly the same as before. And then he also has Infiltrate, where, yeah, same thing there, where he can have Stealth. And then once per time, yeah, he can also, if he's base to base with the Warcaster, give him Stealth too. And this model has True Sight, so he ignores Cloud Effects and Stealth. So, you know, as I hear, other areas are losing their abilities to deal with Stealth. So, you know, having this guy there to have these neat rune shots and be able to kind of shoot the stealth targets, because even somebody like Iris, right? This guy's Rat 7. I actually don't know what Iris's new defense is, so this could be completely wrong, but assuming that she's still a 16, you know, you're only needing a 9 to hit, and that can be boosted, and maybe you're even aiming. So this could be a great guy for taking out targets like that. And then as well, I mean, it's just really good with Kane, because then you can use those special rune shots. And the biggest one being probably, I mean, sometimes Shadow Fire is huge, but I mean, that Trick Shot's the biggest one. Although, I guess I shouldn't be talking too much about tactics of a model unless it actually changed from before. But there's Ace. Alright, the UA for gun mages, let's skip that until we get the actual gun mages. They're going to 11 points, so again, a little bit cheaper than what they were before. And they're still Rat 7, they're still all the cool stuff. Ooh, they got Gunfighter automatically now. That is really, really handy. Before, they only had Gunfighter with Kane 2, and it always sucked when somebody ran up and engaged you. So, already really happy seeing that. Their guns are still magical. And for the rules, they have only 2 types to pick from. No, 3 types. They got Snipe, Crit Brutal, and Thunderbolts. So, pretty much the same as before. So, that's all looking great. FA2. So, hopefully there's a theme that comes out that lets me use the rest of my guys. Because I'm one of those guys that has 6 units of these people. So, hopefully that's out there. I heard there was. So, if not, I guess I better start getting on eBay. I kind of heard, like, you know, that some of the ones were dealt with to deal with this, like the Doom Reavers. I'm spending way too much time on this net. Reading and painting is going to be not a good combination, I think. But yeah, hopefully there's some sort of theme or something that lets me still use them. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to the UA. The UA is going to cost 4, so pretty much the same as before. And still really awesome stats. And then his thing is he's going to have to drive the rune shot so that he can be giving the warjack. Oh, also gets magical. I'm not sure if it got magical before. I think that's new. Base range attack. Okay, yeah, same as before. Like, sorry, I have to read some of these just to ensure, because I mean, you look at some of these things and it could look like almost exactly the same, but unless you read the full text, there could be just one word difference, and that's going to make the world of difference there. So I'm really thinking this is a bad idea. Me painting and reading, we're going to give it a try. We're going to keep on going. Hooray, the white's done for the net. Otherwise, he grants them Swift Hunter. So not True Sight. So this one here, they're going to, yeah, just get a free 2-inch move if they get the kill guys. They also get Practice Maneuvers. So they get ignoring each other for line of sight. Oh, so I heard about this, where now the gun mages won't be an answer for stealth. And that's totally what you see here. So that's definitely bad. I mean, it was always nice. It almost seemed like too much, where if my opponent ever had stealth, these guys would just take them off the board, no problem, because I can go for snipe, I can aim to be a rat 9. I mean, really, your stealth infantry just died to them automatically. So, even as a Cygnar player, I'm sure most Cygnar players are pissed off about this. I totally understand it. To me, as a Jam player, having that gunfighter on them, and as well the Swift Hunter, is actually really nice because, ooh, did their defense stay the same? I didn't look at that. The defense went down to 14. That's really unfortunate. Again, understandable. Defense 15 was maybe a little bit insane, but with that, then you could kind of like shoot guys in melee and then go 2 inches up further to jam even more. That's something. Or you can shoot the guys that are engaging you and move out of the way so that then other guys can charge through. So a little bit more maneuverable, but definitely losing that stealth ability. That's a pretty big one. Then we have this new Arcane Tempest Rifleman Solo. He's going to be a 4-point edition. You better be pretty worth it. Well, that's a 2-point solo. That's nothing too crazy. You got to keep in that point difference. Range 12, only POW 10, but I mean Rat 7. That means you can always be aiming to a 9. Arcane Precision. So this is another answer for stealth. Marksman, so you get to choose where it goes. Reposition. Deadly Shot, so you can automatically do 3. Snipe and Ward Breaker. Okay, he's alright, he's fine. You know, he's another answer for stealth. I guess since we lost the one answer to stealth, here's one guy that can deal with it. So, okay, sure, whatever. We also have here Runewood. Runewood is going down in points. He was a 3-point solo before, now going to a 9, so big change for him. Still a hefty weapon master. I'm not sure if he had a gun before. The gun might be new, but either way, he has battle plans now that he can give, which are either Pathfinder for a model unit. He has +2 to attack charge rolls, and Revile, where he can get knockdown models stand back up. I think that's pretty much the same as before. He has a drive reposition that he can do. That's okay, sure. And then Veteran Leader Sword Knight, while in this model's command range, Sword Knights gain +1 to their attack roll. That'd be a little bit different. By the way, I didn't mention, going for a little more great pop today was Sambuca added. So typically what you'd see with Runewood before is that he was staying back by your jacks. He would give that passive ability to your Sword Knights, and they're just going off doing their thing. He might be giving Pathfinder to a caster later or something. But now he's kind of more of a right up there going fight. He lost the ability to transfer off damage to a jack, so that's going to make him a lot less survivable. So I can understand now the going down to 4 points, but still an interesting solo. I'd say worth it. What we got here? We got caster, but I don't want to read all the stuff for the casters. Casters have too much to read. Avenger. Let's see what this guy has. First of all, he now finally has a 2-inch range, so that's really good. Gun's still awesome. POW 18, so that's like before, just now he has reach. What is points like now? Going down to 17, so a little bit cheaper. Still has Quake if he gets a direct hit, and Stall. So basically, Avengers just like before, except now he has reach like he should have always had. And then, yeah, he's a little bit cheaper. So, good news for the Avenger. Black 13th. Here's going to be an interesting one. All of them are on one card now. That's also nice. They're going up to 10 points. So they went up in cost, which I can understand if they stay the same. But let's say if they do. They also have Gunfighter, which is pretty important. They have Concentrated Fire. So +1 to their damage rolls each time they hit. They have Prowl. Swift Hunter again. And then they have Brutal, Black Penny, and Snipe. That's not as good anymore. Clearly, Ryan was always the crazy one before with her big crazy shot. I mean, sure, there'll be a nice little unit to be putting out some good damage, but for 10 points, that's a hefty investment for just 4 models. And they also went down in defense too, so I mean, you'll have to really get a lot from that Prowl probably to keep them going. But yeah, I don't know about these guys. I mean, again, they're too good before, so the fact that they went down, and again, I'm not painting just like I knew I wasn't going to while reading. But yeah, I don't know if they're really worth it now. I'm going to have to kind of see. I mean, again, if you're in a range list where you just really want to have as much damage as possible, these guys are guaranteed brutal with concentrated fire, which gets stronger and stronger. So that seems pretty good. Let's read Kane. Let's read Kane because Kane's one of the cool guys. So he has 27 warjack points, rat 9. This is Kane 1, by the way. 2 gunshots, pew pew pew, has gunfighter, has gatecrasher. Oh, gatecrasher is only a 5-inch move now. Oh, he has like the gatecrasher like the other guy. Okay, I see what that's like. Heightened reflexes, fire for effect. That could be really good. Yeah, because fire for effect onto like some regular gun mages, and all of a sudden they're just doing lots of damage, right? They're probably going to get those crits, and then, well, they're going to be boosted damage anyway, so that doesn't even really matter. You're just making sure you're hitting. And bullet dodger. And then what does this guy have for his feat? Overkill. After resolving each ranged attack. Was this Epic Kane? I'm pretty sure this captain is just the regular one. So this one's saying that he gets +1 damage for each one. This sounds like Kane 2. It's not saying epic, so maybe I'm getting things mixed up here. And then he does have the spells of the epic version. So yeah, I'm looking like I got things mixed up here. Reload Infinity. So this model can spend any number of focus points to make additional attacks. So that's how they got past that change. He has now Black Penny Grievous Wounds. That seems pretty good. And Trick Shot. He can have Trick Shot all the time. I heard about that. That's going to make him ridiculous. He ignores stealth and cloud effects. Wow, Epic Kane, that's actually pretty damn interesting. Huh. I'm definitely liking him. He's going to be killing infantry like mad. Otherwise, we got Strange Ways here. He's going to 4 points, which is the same. Has the same little sprays and fun stuff. Let's see. He can do Arcane Reinforcement, which makes it so it gains magical weapons for a warjack. Sure, why not? He has Empower, and this one, yeah, that's okay. So that's how he's giving a warjack a focus now, and if it's disrupted, it's no longer disrupted. He has Evasive, and that one can't be hit by free. Oh, what's this? This has changed now. When a model with Evasive is hit by an enemy ranged attack, immediately after the attack is resolved, the model with Evasive can advance 2 inches. That's different. Before, it couldn't be hit by free strikes. Now that's pretty crazy. Now with this here, he's kind of like, if you miss a jack, he gets to move. I don't really see that one happening very much. He also has Repair, which is D3 plus 3. And so overall, that is going to be better for guys who are wanting on the math. I mean, if it was D6 before, you should be fixing 3.5. And now when it's D3 plus 3, that's going to be an average of 5 damage each time. And now we know as well, repairs are automatic. So just be able to walk up and say, yeah, I'm going to be fixing 4 to 6 damage. That's actually really good. So there's Strange Ways. Darius, I'm going to skip you. Cray, I'm going to skip you. Murdoch, you're going to still let us get cool stuff. He is still 4 points. He has Tough. He has Go to Ground like he used to. He gives them Assault like he used to. And he makes people Cygnar. So pretty much the same as before. Kara Sloan, I read a little bit of her before. So she has her cool Weapon Master gun still. She has Return Fire, which looks like it's the same. Refuge looks the same. Guided Fire. This one makes it automatically boosted range, so it's not the +2 range anymore. It gains boosted range attack rolls, so you know all your stuff's going to be hitting here, everything in her control. That's like part of her old feat, all just in a spell. Fire Group, which gives the +2 range, and Dust to Dust. And if I remember correctly, she now has Field Marshal True Sight, so all the warjacks can see through stealth. That'd be pretty awesome. She sees through stealth all the time. Before, I believe she had to aim to ignore stealth, so that's better too. And then for the feat, all the Ballad Group just make one ranged attack, and you also gain +2 to your attack rolls. That's way better than before. Before, Sloan had this weird, awkward feat, and now this will be just like, yeah, everybody shoot. So this will be a lot easier to pull off. So Sloan's looking a lot better. Maxwell Finn. I have this guy painted, and I don't think I've ever used him. So it'd be really nice if he's better. 6 points. So he's still an expensive solo. He has tons and tons of special rules, though. Stealth and... Oh, did he have stealth before? I don't think he had stealth before. Just going to ground. So that's a lot better. Weapon Master on his trench knife. And what does he have? He has Killing Spree when this model destroys one or more enemy models with a melee attack during its combat action. After that attack is resolved, he can advance an inch. Okay, sure. Rapid Strike. This model can make one additional. So, okay, he gets to kill a guy, kill a guy. He has Reposition. Veteran Leader. So that all the guys... Okay, this is a lot better, too. So while this model is command range, which is 9. All the trencher models will gain +1 to attack roll. So before they had to see him, which was really weird. I believe it was +2 though before, so the bonus is less, but at least now it's not this weird positioning game. So I like that. Before he automatically did 1 point of damage, and yeah, he kind of like had Thresher as well. So I mean I can't say it ever came up because I don't think I ever used the guy. Maybe I used him once, and then he has grievous wounds on his trencher knife. I don't know if that guy is worth 6 points. I mean, maybe if trenchers are really a big thing, having that guy up there will be good. But yeah, that's giving me a hefty price to pay. Haley. Okay, we can look at Haley. So this is Haley 1. 28 warjack points, has Arcane Bolt, Arcane Shield, has Chain Lightning, which is now just jumping to D3. I heard about that change. Has Deadeye, Scramble, and that's the thing where Scramble now and this stuff doesn't seem to say anything about character warjacks, so you're able to do it to anyone, and Temporal Barrier. Yeah. Okay, so same type of stuff there. That'll be really, really good. And then what about the feat? Is the feat still cool? Arcane Vortex still there, set defense. And yeah, it can make one additional ranged or melee attack during your activations. So that seems to be a lot like it was before. Centurion. I heard he went down like a match or something, but it seems like he's still the same. 17 points, so he goes down a little bit as well. Still has really awesome shield and all that stuff. Imprint Polarity Shield. Yeah, okay, so that's better than before, because before he had to actually, it was like a star action to do Polarity Field, so I'm doing it as an imprint. Now I can actually, you know, just pay the 1 and do other stuff as well, so that's a lot better. And then, yeah, critical sustained attack. So he's basically the same type of guy. Charger. He's 9 points, so he's a little bit more expensive now. Although now, as I remember, he always gets his 2 shots, so that's a little bit more efficient for him. POW 13, I think he was POW 12 before, so that's an improvement. And powerful attack, for 1 focus, he gets to boost both. So yeah, basically now instead of having to pump in 3 focus each time, it'll be just 2 focus. He's also stronger, so I can see what he's going to go up. That's a decent jack. Nemo, not interested right now. Striker 1, not interested. Sturgis, we gotta check out Sturgis. Alright, he's getting a full 30 warjack points. I believe his blades got stronger. I thought that they were only like POW 12s before, now they're 13. It's still not anything, you know, to write home about, but still, it's nice. You know, they were 13 before. Still a range 2. His spells, he has Arcane Shield, Convection. I wonder if they try making Convection better. Not really, it seems to be about the same. Lightning Storm, Snipe, and Teleport. Teleport's worse, it's only 6 inches now. So that's not as great. But what about his feet and cool stuff? He has Chain Attack Flash like he used to before. Relentless Charge, Reversal, that seems to be the same. Snap Strike. Yep. Feedback and Electro Leap, so that's all exactly the same. And on his feet, seems to be the same as well. Was it 3 inches before? Or was it closer? Actually, I mean, this is where, yeah, it looks like it's exactly the same. So for the most part, Sturgis stays the same. The Teleport a little bit worse, but no big deal there. Cyclone, what do they do with this guy? Whoa! Points went way down. This guy's only 13 points now. So, I mean, that's like if he was 6.5 points now. Each gun's getting a D3. POW 14 Fist, which is the suck. And he has Covering Fire, which will do POW 12. So, I mean, really, if you want some jack, that's going to go up there and do your good old storm wall covering fires, you know, he's not that expensive. And then after, I mean, he's not a great jack, but he can still be up there and be annoying, right? He's cheap enough that you can just kind of like throw him in there, and who really cares? So, yeah, that's probably a good way to deal with that Cyclone. Is drop those points way down. Dynamo, what did they do with you? Are you still awesome? Oh, that's Defenders. Dynamo coming up. Yeah. Okay, Defender first. Defender went down to 16, so he's basically 8 points. His stats look... Oh, it looks like he lost a rat. You lose a rat, Defender? Because I could have sworn you were a 7 before. No, you were a 6 before. So that's all the same. And Cortex damage on the hammer. So, yeah, he's basically the same, just got a little bit cheaper. Dynamo, are you anything cooler? Points are now 9, so 18, so he basically went down as well. Bond for Nemo. Reroll missed attacks, chain reaction. Okay, so you don't get +1 to the first one, because it says after the attack is resolved, then you gain 1, so they kind of made that worse. But that kind of makes sense. And otherwise, he has multi-fire. Yeah, an insulated frame. So, made that a little bit worse there, where your first hit isn't automatically with a +1. But that was kind of weird before anyway. So I don't feel bad about that. Mechanics, the one unit in Cygnar I don't own. They're really, really cheap. You can get a max unit for 5 points. So yeah, it's even cheaper than they are now. And hooray, they go up and they fix things. So nothing too crazy there. Firefly, this guy went down in points. Same stats-ish. Let's see. If you get this guy near the opponent, they get +2 to the roll for what the damage roll if it's electricity and it's within 5. So you kind of just like run this guy up and then zap, zap, zap. So that's a lot better. I mean, before his lightning thing was like, hey, you can arc off me basically with the, or triangulate off me with the storm collars, and that wasn't really all that impressive. So that's a lot better. And then lightning generator on his gun where it jumps to D3 guys. Okay. Grenadier, that's the one that my buddy Jack was wondering about. 9 points, so a little bit cheaper there. PAL 13, this is the one Jack I don't own for Cygnar. Not really sure how that stuff changed there. Still has manual reload, still has dig in, still has advanced deploy. So it doesn't seem to be that different from before. So that one's about the same as well. Now, Gun Mage, Captain Adept. I heard he got better. So he's a 5-point solo, so a little bit more expensive. Has Gunfighter, which he did before. He has Swift Hunter. He's also a Defense 14 guy. That really hurts. I mean, all the Tempest guys before used to be all Defense 15. Going to 14, that's gonna hurt. He has Brutal Damage. He has Flare. Ah, there we go. Nice place to get Flare in there. Because, yeah, we lost Flare with the Black 13th. So he's going to be your Flare guy for taking off stealth and -2 defense. So that's going to be really good. Or he can do Shadow Fire or Snipe. So he's another guy you can use to try and take out stealth guys. But if that's your goal, you might as well take the Sniper guy. You're probably going to take this guy more for the flare. And that's not really a bad thing, right? Going up and saying, boom, I'm going to shoot you with my Rat 8 guy, and then you'll be -2 defense for everything else. I can see that. Is he going to be worth the points? We'll have to wait and see. Alright, Haley 3. I definitely want to read this one. Might be missing a card, though. I see one for, like, Future Haley and Baby Haley, and then it goes on to like other things. Let's just see if it's in here somewhere. No, it doesn't seem to be part of that. Those cards must be somewhere else. But Baby Haley still has Force Hammer, still has Chain Blast. I heard Revive was worse. So yeah, Ghost Walk and Revive is on Future Haley, and Revive, not that bad. It has to forfeit its combat action. So it's bad, and then now it can't activate and charge, but really that's probably how it should have been before. It was always kind of crazy where it'd be like just bring guys up all over and they just charge up and kill guys. Also has reload 2. Oh, it's just letting it buy its 3 shots like before. I still want to know if there's temporal flex for the defense buff on the main one. Hammersmith, also getting way cheaper, going down to 12 points, so basically 6. And it's going to have follow up like before, beat back, and chain attack smite. So pretty much the same as before, but this got way cheaper. So definitely what it needed. The Hunter, it's 11 points, so slightly cheaper. I heard Armor Pierce changed. When calculating damage from this weapon, have the base armor stat of the model hit. Pretty much the same. So yeah, this Hunter is going to be pretty much the same. Hurricane. Let's look at this guy. So I know he's 39 points, just like I heard the Stormwall is. Still has the POW 16 guns. Okay. I was wondering if they changed sweep. No, they didn't change sweep. That's still the same for all these big guys. And otherwise, yeah, he didn't change at all from what he was before. I mean, he was never out before, but he looks like he's exactly the same. I mean, 39 points is still giving me a lot of points when all these other jacks are getting cheaper. Ironclad, also getting cheaper. It's 12 points, so basically 6. But its Tremor is way better now, because on the Tremor, before resolving damage from this attack, center a 4-inch AoE on the model directly hit. So you have to directly hit to proc this now, and then models in the AoE become knocked down. So the main thing here with the change is that you just have to find one easy target, hit that, and then as long as it's within that 4-inch AoE, you can knock down other stuff. So that'll be alright. I mean, it's a 6-point jack, basically. Junior, we'd already seen before. He's basically the same, except now he's cheaper. He's only 4 points, but I believe you have to take a jack with him. Which, you know, to me, I normally put him with Stormwall. Don't know if I'll be taking Stormwall anymore, but that's why his price is a little bit cheaper. Lancer, going down to 10 points. Stats look to be about the same. Yeah, here's an arc node there, shock field, cortex damage. He seems to be about the same thing, just cheaper. Allison Jakes, did you change at all? Nope, she's pretty much the same as well. Oh, Energizer's a bit different. Just costs 2, and then they just get to go 2 inches. So there's no more like, do I want to do 1, 2, or 3? It's just like, no, it's 2 and you move 2. So, okay, that makes sense. A little bit more straightforward. Long Gunners, what do they do to make you guys better? You're now down points. You're 11-18. Still same range and all that cool stuff. Your defense might be down. I think your defense was 13 before. It already defense 12. And dual shot, if you aim, you get to make an extra shot. So, pretty much the same, just cheaper. Does UA give you anything cool? The UA is a 4-point UA. Flawless Maneuvers. What does that do? Once per game at any time, so it's a one-time thing. Get reposition? Oh, come on, who cares about reposition? It's a shooting unit. I mean, I guess you can, like, aim and shoot and then get out of the way so things charge through or whatever. Or, again, shoot and then move away so that you're not in charge range. I mean, that's not bad, but I was really hoping for some little buff that really helps the shooting here. Otherwise, they give the practice maneuvers so they can shoot through each other. And granted trained fire. Gains an additional die on range attack rolls against models within 8 inches of it. That's interesting. So if something gets close to you, you're really just ripping it up. So, I mean, with pre-measuring, you're probably going to make sure you're 9 inches away. And then if they make sure that they're 9 inches away, that's when you just shoot them up and then move those 5 inches away. Okay, I can kind of see how they're supposed to work. Epic Striker, Striker 2, he's pretty much the same, I heard. There's some more cool stuff. Maddox was already released. Here's one, Lattimore. What do they do to make her cool? So she's 8 points, which is cheaper for her. A lot of her stats look the same. What does she give her friends? Oh, cool. They have the rules for Dragoon right here. Electrocharger, reposition, that stuff's all right in there. But nothing here where she's actually... Oh, no, here it is. Yeah, the Electrocharger, that's where it's set up. Where models in this... while in this model's control range, friendly Storm Lances gain +2 to the range attack and range damage results. So, that'll be interesting too, because she'll probably have to go in first so that the other ones can charge into that as well to be in that range. So, that'll still work out okay. Is this... Yeah, Prime Haley. Let's see what you got here. So Domination, which again, Domination now does not have non-character warjack, so you can do Domination on a character. Repudiate stays the same, has Tactical Supremacy, and then, oh god, what's this? Temporal Distortion. So not Temporal Flux. Models in this unit get +2 defense, while within 5 inches of a model in this unit. Friendly models gain +2 defense, and enemy models suffer -2 defense. So that's great. That's awesome. That's exactly what I needed her to be. Is her feet the same as before? No, that's the wrong one. Is it just +2 focus? Yeah, it's just +2 focus like it was before, and otherwise she works the same. So that's great. Haley 3 is one of those fun casters from before. Let's go to the Minuteman. Anything cool with you? 9 points now. And yeah, still PAL 14s for Gunfighter. I don't think he had Gunfighter before, so that's a new little interesting improvement. He's also a little bit cheaper, if I didn't mention that, being at 9 points now. Bounding Leap. Yep, for 1 point he can go within 5. And Flak Field, he has that. So basically, got cheaper and got Gunfighter. So, nothing wrong with that. How about my buddy Old Rowdy? How did he change? He's same points, 18. Stats look the same. He's aggressive, which lets him run and charge for free. He has a bond. The bond seems to be exactly the same. He has counter charge. Retaliatory Strike. Oh, that's awesome. Before that was an imprint, and now he just has it. So that's really good. He just got better. So he didn't get cheaper, but he just got better, and he has that same tremor that the regular Ironclad has. So not too bad there. How about Rangers? Rangers, I can just tell right now. Rangers were kind of broken before, so let's see how they changed. They got cheaper, went down to 9 points. Stats look about the same. Okay, mark target. While this model is in formation, so that's already a difference, other friendly faction models gain +2 to range attack rolls against enemy models within 5 inches of it. So it's a lot like before, but now you have to be in formation, which stops the whole silly thing that we used to do where one little ranger goes running out there and marks everything for you. So having to be in formation. And what's your command range? 8. Yeah, that's going to be a lot more... That's a lot more balanced. I'm fine with that. Reliant, going down to basically 7 points, where he's a 14. Stats look to be about the same. And rules are about the same. So Reliant just got cheaper. Sentinel, same cost. D3 shots now instead of D6. And for rules, he has Shield Guard. Did Shield Guard change? Ooh, 3 inches now. Once per round, when a friendly model is directly hit by a non-spray, that's right, sprays get past Shield Guard now, while within 3 inches, you may choose to have this one directly hit instead. And you can't use it if you're incorporeal, knockdown, or stationary. So pretty much the same as before, except now you get D3 shots, not D6. And Shield Guard is now 3 inches and doesn't work on sprays. Storm Guard, what do they do to make these guys cool? 16 points, so they definitely went down in points here. I mean, basically they're down 1 point. Polarity Wall, Practice Maneuvers, same as before, Quick Work. Okay, they have a gun now? Oh, cool. Oh, wait, no. Only the boss guy has a gun. What am I seeing wrong? Oh, the leader has quick work. That's it. Okay. And critical knockdown. Okay. Nothing really too different then. Squire. What does this guy change? You know it's got to be something. First of all, he's more expensive. He's a 5-point. Solo, not solo. He's even what, a unit attachment now, I believe. Yeah, he's attached. Arcane realignment, so you can re-roll the magic. That's just like before. Arcane repeater. That's the control range, and then reserve. Yeah, that's the one free focus. So the Squire got a little bit more expensive, but again, the Squire is really good. I can kind of see why it did that. No problem there. Storm Lances, what do they do with you guys? You got a little bit cheaper. You're 1220. Stats look to be about the same. Reposition automatically now. And I think the main thing with reposition, what they're going to do here is, I mean, you're going to go in, you're going to charge. And before you would charge, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'm stuck now. Well, now you can charge and move away your 3 inches, which will allow you to then jam in with something else and kind of protect them. Or you're going to charge in, smash, and then go even deeper to really jam things up. So, definitely you can see that being okay. Storm Strider, same cost. Has a stomp now. I heard about this. With the stomp, you can actually go and stomp on things now. He lost Gunfighter, so if you do melee him up, he does have to stomp you. That's kind of unfortunate. Unless he has Gunfighter for something up here. Dual attack. Okay, so you can make melee and range at the same time. Oh, and this model can make range attacks even while in melee. So that's even better. Basically, you can just always shoot. And then now he also has a stomp as well. That's not bad. Other stuff looks pretty much the same. So okay, he just gained a stomp. That's not bad. Stormblade Captain, he also went up a little bit here because he's 5 points. He's a tactician with the Storm Knights. And, oh, this lets them move through each other. Has Quick Work, Iron Sentinel, and Drive Reposition. So normally before, you use this guy to give out Pathfinder. But he's not giving them Pathfinder anymore. They just move through each other. So, can be okay, but I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. Storm Blades, they're the same points. They look exactly the same. Actually, the leader, his POW's up higher, unless I always missed that from before. Yeah, the Storm Blades seem to be the same, but the UA, I heard about this, he now has Iron Zeal, so that's going to be really nice. When a friendly Stormsmith makes a surge or triangulation... Oh, okay, so you can triangulate with the Standard Bearer. That's interesting. But the main thing there, I mean, you're going to love these guys for either the Assault or for the Iron Zeal. You know, +3 armor one time on these guys. I mean, that's the big problem. They have 12, 15, which is kind of victim stats. I mean, armor 15 is not bad, but that one time where you know you're going to be shot coming in, going up to armor 18, if you have arcane shield, armor 21, that way you can definitely get these guys in. The gunners, they're unlimited now, but they're probably worked out a little bit different here. Yeah, the gunner works pretty much like before. I'm sure there's something different on how many you can take. The Stormclad, cheaper, only 18 points now. Stats look to be the same. He has... what's that little... he has a symbol on him that I'm not sure what it does. It's the... almost looks like advanced deploy, but different. I wonder if he has advanced move. I wonder what that does. Otherwise, he still gets this free focus, Electroleap, so cheaper, and then whatever that symbol is. It's like a black circle with a white arrow with something going on there. So I'm not really sure that. I might want to scroll up to see what else that's on. Storm Guard. Oh, they got way cheaper. They're only 15 points now, so they went down significantly amount of points. Their stats look to be about the same. They have practice maneuvers like before, quick work on the boss, and Electroleap. And set defense? Where is that? Yeah, they got the leader has set defense. Do the rest? Oh yeah, all of them have set defense. So they're just like before, but they're cheaper, which is great because I got so many Storm Guard here and Silverline that I was just, I bought them so I can do the full kind of swarm of them, but then I just never got behind the idea. The idea was that, hey, I could shoot through them, so let's take Kane 2, and even if I'm engaged, I could just shoot the guys off. And now that they're really cheap, I could see me throwing these guys in. Alright, Stormsmith Grenadiers. This is our new unit. You get 3 models for 7 points. And they have Storm Grenades that are range 6, POW 13, AoE 3. So pretty strong, but really short ranged. They have Force Barrier to keep them alive. And their grenade, they got 3 different types. One, against a direct hit, it becomes a hazard. And then everyone goes into it, they take it POW 10. So it's almost like making covering fires. But you have to hit first. That's interesting. Kinetic Grip. -2 speed on whatever you're going after. And we'll take Vortex. Pushes things away. I'm not feeling these guys. I don't know. Maybe there's something else that they synergize with that makes them really good. But other than like getting up there and saying -2 speed to something so I can't charge, that seems to be the #1 thing you'd use these guys for. But I don't know if they'd actually survive to get done what you need them to do. Alright, the Storm Tower. This is the same cost as before. Stats look the same, which is pretty hefty. Range 14, POW 14. Seems to be the same type of thing as before. So, unless I'm missing something, like maybe it was a lower POW before, seems to be pretty much the same. They have the different rules now, so that now the artillery rules are right on the card, but yeah, pretty much the same thing. Stormwall, which is the 39 points, so same as the Hurricane. Stats look the same. Still has sustained fire. I believe those went down in a POW though, right? Where is this cards? Yeah, now they're POW 10s instead of POW 12s. So not as devastating. And for the pod, I believe you can only have 3 like per the whole game. not seeing that rule though. Maybe it's on the actual pod rule. But for the most part, other than being like really expensive, and his POW of his covering fire is going down. And that'll be another reason too, right? Before he had kind of invalidated the Cyclone, but now that the Cyclone is POW 12s and this guy's POW 10s, you know, it's not like one's invalidating the other anymore. And I mean, there's a huge point difference as well. Sword Knights, let's do the unit before the attachment. They're going up slightly in points, going to an 813. Stats are the same. Does the UA give them something cool? Granted reposition and combined melee. Nah. Not really feeling that. I always like them as the cheap unit, so with them getting a little bit more expensive, not really a fan of that. Blazers, I heard about this. Their FA is going up to 2. I wasn't checking out the FA. Yeah, the FA, the other guys were 2. So getting 2 units of Blazers seems really, really nice. They have Brutal, Electroleap, and Ward Breaker, same as before. And then they have the reposition 5. So instead of having like fast cav rules, it just says right on here they get the reposition 5 after. So yeah, they're just basically the same as before. Oh, cost. A little bit cheaper because they're 1118. So yeah, they got cheaper and you can take more of them now. So that sounds really good. I might have to get a second unit, which is probably exactly why they did this. Thorn, what do you do, buddy? He's now 13 points, so he also got a little bit cheaper. He has a bond. Yeah, even if engaged, you can still do it as reactive drive. It seems like he's exactly the same, but just slightly cheaper. Thunderhead, he is cheaper as well. He's only 20 points now. I mean, it's still a hefty cost. And his pulse still goes out. 6 still does 12. Has reload 2 and sustained attack. So it seems like he's pretty much the same as before. Unless I'm missing something, he's just cheaper. Trench Buster. How about the Trencher Cannon Crew? Did they make that interesting? Well, it's 6 points, so same as before. Looking exactly the same as before. Oh, brutal damage. Ooh, it got brutal damage. That's going to really help. I mean, that's always one of the problems with the artilleries is that when they hit, they don't really do very much. But on a brutal, you know, that's going to really make it do well. The chain gun, it's other one, 5 points, so a little bit more expensive. D3 plus 1 shot, but I believe if you have your buddy there, ammo feeder. Oh, then it just makes it so that all damage rolls against warrior models are boosted. Yeah, so it's really just going to slaughter warrior-based warrior models. So that's not bad. You know, only D3 plus 1, so an average of 2 shots. You know, why not? I kind of liked it before when it got lots and lots of shots. It's going to still do its covering fire, which is at POW 10. But still, you know, just knowing that you're getting boosted damage against infantry means that you're going to be killing off that infantry. Commandos, what they changed for you? They got cheaper. They're only 16 points. I'll have to paint up my commandos too. So yeah, they used to be like 10 points, and now they're going to be 16. So as if they went to 8. They have tough now. I'm not sure if they had Pathfinder as well before, but they do now. And they still have anatomical precision, so that's really good as well. So yeah, trenchers look fine. Regular trenchers. Yeah, tough on there too. Plus they have that same one What's that second symbol for? If I could think of trenchers, maybe they get to start with dig in. Maybe that's what that is. But what would a storm cloud get dig in for? Or maybe that's the symbol for assault? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, they have brutal charge, +2 to charge attack rolls with this weapon. Smoke bombs I can still do. And the big thing is that they're getting cheaper. They're a 10-16. So making your guys cheaper. It's kind of interesting. The guys that used to be your cheap ones before now getting more expensive. The guys that were expensive before getting cheaper. And I mean, you didn't see these guys. The UA still giving cautious advance. Into the breach. Oh, that's interesting. So, into the breach, once per game during this unit's activation, this model can use into the breach to immediately issue a charge order. This activation, models in this unit can perform a smoke bomb special action before charging. So, really, like you're going to be up there, smoke bomb, and then a lot of times whenever you want to charge in, you are done doing the cloud. Now, it's like, pff, and then you go out and you're doing your work for one last little go. So I can see that being worth it. It's a 5-point UA. It was, 3 before, so I mean that got cheaper. Master Gunner, he's just a 4-pointer. What are you doing? Artillerist for +2 rat for 1 faction model. Oh, what's this? Battery fire. Target friendly faction weapon crew model. So it has to be on artillery. Gets to make an extra shot. That's interesting. High angled fire. Choose a friendly faction model. While in this model's control range, the chosen model's AoE range weapons gain arcing fire. Huh. So it has to be for AoEs. I'm trying to think what abuses that the most. It has to be faction. I'm sure there's something interesting to do with that. Triumph. Let's see how they fix this guy. He's 20 points, so he got cheaper. His stats look the same. He has arcane precision like before. Now his bond with siege. He just always gets the AoE 3 and magical. So before he had to kind of like pay. You had to pay 1 focus to make an AoE 3, and you're never magical. So I mean that's really nice to have. Rapid fire. This model can make 1 basic range attack during your maintenance phase. That's different. So you're in your maintenance phase, and this guy's just going to do a random shot, and he's a shield guard. Huh. I don't know if he's worth the points, but maybe. Now he's getting 2 shots out there. So that could be actually pretty interesting. And otherwise, that's all the cards. I did skip some of the casters and stuff that I wasn't that interested in. I got almost no painting done, guys. It's now at 58 minutes. I knew this was going to happen. Unfortunately, this is only going to be very interesting to my Cygnar viewers, and then the rest of the viewers won't really care whatsoever. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's just kind of neat to see what we're going to have with these leaked cards. And again, we got to see if the leaked cards are correct, but again, it's not like anyone's going to fake these. If anything, there may be an old version, and maybe there's newer versions that are going to be released after this. I mean, clearly, whatever the Privateer Press has finalized, right? It's not like they're still updating the rules or anything like that. It's more of a thing where maybe these were the rules a year ago or 2 years ago, and then since then they've improved them. But again, Privateer Press would have corrected that by now if that was the truth, because I mean, if people are freaking out about, oh, this is too powerful, this sucks, those are probably the things that they changed, and instead of people freaking out, they would have corrected people on that. So I'm going to assume that's what this is. And I mean, now that you have the rules, I mean, Not everything's there, right? We didn't see Precursor Knights. We didn't see some other stuff. Precursor Knights might actually be with the Merc cards. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, pretty much you can just go out there and start playing now. I mean, people say what you will about these leaked cards, but if you wanted to, you could go out there and you could be playing Mark III right now. You know, go on to this. You can find these in several places. I mean, in some spots, people are making sure to pull them right away and whatever they want. But for the most part, you can get these still in a lot of Facebook sites. It's on 4chan. It's on a lot of other people's personal sites. And there, you can go and use it. I mean, I'm sure there's a few more light things we don't know yet. Some of the cards aren't released. But hey, you know, if you really want to try this different build of Mark III, we're going to have more jacks and they're cheaper, and you're kind of forced to be spending more points on jacks, you know, why not just go and give it a try? For myself, I don't know if that's actually going to be possible, because I think a lot of my friends won't be so much. I don't want to say they're not up to speed with the leaks. I mean, some of them are going to be knowing them all before I do, but a lot of the people I game with routinely are more casual, and so even though I could probably talk to my tournament buddies and they're well up on this and they'll be up for Mark III games, most of the people probably aren't. So anyway, there's that. Buccaneer did not get finished in time, just like I knew. You know, whenever I try doing something where I'm reading, and I didn't drink either. I had like one sip of my grape Sambuca. But we are at an hour now. So for those watching, thanks for watching. I always love hearing down below if you're painting something. Let me know what you're painting. You can always go to my Facebook group there, the Mr. Malorian Facebook page. Feel free to post a picture on there what you were painting during the Paintisode. If you have any thoughts on Mark III or these leaked cards, let me know. And otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.